Good Tuesday morning. Hope it is a great one for you. Starting off, I let the dogs out this morning and I thought it was a little stuffy, warm, felt kind of sticky, didn't it? Have you been out yet? How long have you been up? I got up, I got up when my husband was leaving, and then I have been up for a little bit playing with the dogs. Adelaide's in here with me. Tessa's running around somewhere. Opus, we always try to get him to eat his food, and if I don't put the dogs in here with me in the morning, then they'll eat his. Do you have that same problem? I have two girls that just gobble up their food, and then I have Opus who just, hey, come back here, don't eat his food. Come here, come here, come here, come here. You gotta lay down here. I gotta keep her in here with me, otherwise she'll do just that. Or I might go mobile and just take this all the way downstairs and take his food up. Anyway, just wanted to kick off the morning with you. We've got another great topic from one of you. Again, it's the Real Monica Adams podcast from the home studios, and within a month we'll be going to our studios in Brentwood and Richmond Heights area. Not but Brentwood, Richmond Heights area. Sharon, good morning. Jolene, good morning. And Dana, good morning. Farad Paul, good morning. Sean Fitzgerald, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Look at, you're all so bubbly and awake this morning. I'm saying good morning before I get a chance to. All right, having a little tea. This is my thing, you know. You can have your coffee with me. Ingrid, good morning. So we'll let more people pop on here. We've got about 10 on right now. We'll get it up to maybe 20 or so, and then we'll start our topic. Ingrid, yes, good morning. I hope you're all having a good start. Mark, good Tuesday morning to you. So I apologize I wasn't able to be on with you yesterday morning. I did come on in the afternoon. How many of you had a chance to see that? I hope you got a chance to. I promised you I'd come on at some point during the day and had a chance to get on in the afternoon for you. It was gorgeous. Did you get outside yesterday? Did you get some exercise, walk the dogs, just go for a walk, clear your mind? I hope so. Cheryl, good morning. Linda, good morning. Sharon says she just got back from voting. Oh, that's right. Today is election day. All right. So get out and vote. Exercise that wonderful right that we have. Do that in the morning or the evening if you get a chance to. Peggy, good morning. Linda Eckert says good morning. All right, we've got about 14 on. Are you grabbing coffee or tea? We've done this before. Speaking of voting, which side of the aisle do you fall? The coffee side or the tea side? Or do you do a little bit of both? And if you're a coffee drinker, do you just drink it straight? Do you put a bunch of flavored stuff in it? You know, Starbucks has never really ever gotten any of my money because I don't drink coffee. And I'm not a really big fan of the smell of coffee either. But I have gone in there. They do have some incredible egg white little Sue bites that I think are wonderful, that are actually healthy. Good morning, Jeff. Okay, Ann says tea. Good morning, Vicky. All right, coffee or tea? Which side of the aisle do you fall? Coffee or tea? Ingrid, that color looks good on you. Well, thanks. I drink green tea with honey every morning. That's, Ingrid, darn it, I need to run downstairs and get some honey. I forgot to put any honey in this. That's okay. It's an herbal tea that has, I think, mandarin and passion fruit in it. Doesn't that sound good? Hold on, you are all very talkative today. I love it. Linda, coffee with almond milk. Yes, I was trying to tell a client the other day, she was saying she has inflammation in her body, and she's like, gosh, she's like, my joints are bothering me, and she said, I got this wrong, and then she's like, but I drink milk and this, and she started listing off all this dairy stuff, and I said, you might want to step back on some of that. And she's like, oh, are you serious? I never even heard about that before. And I said, yeah, a lot of dairy maybe has a problem with people's systems, and that could cause some of that. So anyway, we were introducing her to almond milk. Let's see, coffee with almond. Okay, took a long walk with my dog at the park yesterday. It was wonderful having coffee on the patio. That sounds nice. But Jolene, is it a little sticky out there, a little humid? The windows are all not fogged up, but it's got that moisture on it. Cream and sugar. All right, cream and sugar. Cheryl's coffee. Good morning, Robin. Coffee with skim milk. All right, Vicky. Steve, good morning. Coffee black. Where are my tea people? Hi, good morning, Debbie. We're going to get into our topic in just a second. We got 21 people on now. I like to get it into that 20 number before we really get digging deep into our topic. So we're asking, since today's the voting day, and thank you for reminding me of that, which side of the aisle do you fall? And I'm not talking about the voting side of what you're doing at the polls, but this poll right here. Are you a coffee or a tea drinker? Good morning, Katie. Sharon, very humid and foggy. Oh, is it foggy also? So I haven't been out. Well, it's clear here, but it's just the windows are just all ugh. It just looks like you would just go out and just feel it on your skin. Okay, so Linda says green tea later in the day. Yes, so that's the other thing. Do you drink coffee all day long? My husband can drink a pot of coffee, and literally right before he gets ready to go to bed, he can have another cup and fall asleep. I don't get that. I had some iced tea with my dear friend, Sally. Sally, I love you, by the way. I know you're going to watch this later. Sally and I had a wonderful time out in St. Charles. We were in the historic Main Street area. I love that area, don't you? Just great shopping, great restaurants. We just hung there at the Bike Stop Cafe. So hello to them. Great, healthy food. And just hung out there, and I had some iced tea. And then I was like, I'm not going to be able to fall asleep. And that was in the middle of the afternoon, like maybe, what time did we meet? 3:30. I went to bed about 9:30. And yeah, I couldn't fall asleep, all because of one iced tea, and he can drink coffee all day long. Hot lemon water with collagen and ginger, but also prefer lemon ginger hot tea. Nicole, that sounds great. I could live with you. That sounds awesome. Don't you just want to like go and live with someone who prepares all these incredible meals? Everything just feels healthy. You just feel like you're regularly going through a detox, like they do at spas, and you're just like, oh, I just want to live my life like this. I just want to take all this in. Nicole, good morning. It feels great out for me this morning. Oh, okay, good. That's good to see. Green tea later in the day. Okay, we saw that. And both. Coffee with cream in the morning. Tea is good anytime. That's what Dana says. Freddie, Tina, and Nicole, good morning. All right. So, did you get a chance to see yesterday's live? It wasn't in the morning. We did it in the afternoon, and it was on PTSD. I hope you had a chance to see that. If you didn't, you can go back and watch it. Remember all of these lives or a few recordings, because I was recording on Wednesdays and Fridays, but I realized that I have a break in between my 6 and my 8 o'clock clients, so I've been going to you live at 7 a.m. from Kirkwood. So I'm going to keep doing that as often as I can, and then if I can't, then I'll make sure that we have a recorded message for you. So yesterday's topic was PTSD, and that was for Mark Lallement. So Mark, thank you, by the way. Dana, good morning. Eunice, to you, good morning. And Gail, good morning. Okay, we got a good group on here. Let's get into the topic. And I love how much you've been interacting, and I want to keep that up. Again, the Real Monica Adams podcast is your podcast. It's for you. It's the topics that you are giving me, that you have been coming up with some incredible ones. And I'll give you a rundown, by the way, maybe a couple times so that you know what's coming up later this week. Today is for Lynn Burmester or Burmeister. I haven't seen Lynn pop on yet, so hopefully she'll get a chance to, or she'll see this later. Dan, good morning. Jen, good morning. And Gail, good morning. So today's topic, caring for yourself while caring for elderly parents and not feeling guilty. Good one, Lynn. Okay, but let's broaden that and say not just caring for elderly parents, but caring for anyone. It could be caring for a spouse that's sick. It could be caring for a child. And then you're also trying to find time for you. Good morning. Oh, there's Lynn. Lynn, it's your topic today. So, good morning, and good morning to Tony, and good morning to Syed Israt Ali Yasir. Caring for yourself, it is paramount. How many times have we said that if you can't take care of you, and you're taking care of everyone else, right? The people pleaser in so many of us. And I've been there. I'm little by little trying to step away from that, because in the end, it doesn't serve you. Why? Because you feel so exhausted after making everyone happy, but you didn't start with yourself. So why do I tell people to write that intention down in the morning? And again, just pick a word, the intention that you're starting for the day. And then you go maybe take care of yourself by working out, or you make sure that you have proper nourishment. You're feeding your soul, you're feeding your heart, your mind, your body, taking care of you. You need to do all those things before you can take care of someone else that's an elderly parent, like Lynn was talking about, or anyone that's in your home. Or maybe you're traveling to the hospital to take care of that parent. Maybe the parent's in hospice at home or at a facility. But think about if you don't take care of your mental state, right? Your heart, your soul, your emotions. If you're not doing that, then how are you best serving them when you're showing up and you're there for them and you're tense, you didn't sleep well, you've got a lot of stress going on that you've not dealt with? How are you actually present for them? How are you actually thinking properly for them? That's my question to you. So how many of you are actually going through that right now? interact with me. Let me say hi to some more people here that have signed on. Hi, Angie. Hi, Julie. Hi, Billy. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Beth. Yes, good morning. So the topic is from Lynn Burmeister. Lynn, let me know how to say your name. Lynn wanted us to talk about caring for yourself while caring for elderly parents and not feeling guilty about it. First of all, I'm hoping that no matter what your choices are in life, that you have a happy heart and that you don't feel guilty about decisions that you make. Hi, Lynn. Lynn, am I saying it right? Well, see, I don't know which one. Was it Burmeister or Burmester? Burmeister. Let's go with Burmeister, I hope. Good morning, Cortez. I don't want you to feel guilty about saying, I need to take care of me as well. You are there for your parents. And now here's the thing. We all think about how when we were kids, Mark says, good morning to everyone. I love that. When you're kids, your parents are taking care of you, right? They teach you, good morning, Cortez. They teach you how to walk. They teach you how to eventually learn how to feed yourself. They teach you how to socialize. They teach you how to find your way and find your path in life. And then we go along, we become adults, we go away from the nest, I hope. And then you find your way and then something happens to the parents. And then suddenly it tugs on your heartstrings. You could be states away and think, what am I going to do? I got to take care. Come here, sweetie. I've got to take care of my parent. And if you're the only child, yes, I hope that you understand that that is now your job, part of your job. If you have siblings, then hopefully you split it up and say, look, I got mom and dad today. Can you take care of it? That's the best way to keep that harmony in a family. Does that happen? Oh, Burmester. No, what? No, I can't see that. Darn it. Burmester, I think is what she said. I hope. Bridget, good morning. Hi, Terry and Bridget. Yep. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Janet. Okay, topic. Really good topic today that either you might be experiencing now, maybe you have in the past, or you will in the future. Now, look, you have all seen pictures of my mom and I. She is my best friend. But my mother is 85. And sometimes I sit with my emotions and my thoughts and think, but I look at her. First of all, physically, she's just stunningly beautiful. And she looks like she's in her, maybe 60s, maybe early 70s. She definitely doesn't look 85. But then you start to have the realization of, gosh, she is getting older. And then I hear about her friends that are getting sick and she goes and visits them. Or she tells me that somebody has passed. And it just tugs on your heartstring, right? When you go, ugh, not my mom, not my mom, not my dad. I mean, look, I lost my father when I was 24 years old. If you are still blessed to have your parents, yes, please take care of them, but don't feel guilty about taking care of yourself. Is that what you're going through right now? Lynn, go ahead and interact. I know this is your topic today. So are you feeling like, hi, Janet, hi, Missy, are you feeling like you can't, go out and socialize, or you can't go out and leave for about an hour and go work out, or just take some mental health time for you? Because what? Are the parents in the home? Are you going and visiting them? Give me a little context. Give me a little background on that. Because what I've watched in many people is that, yes, they exhaust themselves and they don't find any time to step away. Look, there are so many people, hopefully, in your family that somebody should be able to give you a break. It can't be all you. You want to be there as much as you can. Okay, good. She's giving me some context. Hold on. You want to feel like you can be there, but you also need to take care of this and this in yourself. It's very, very important. If you're just tuning in, and I know a lot of you are popping on. We've got about 33 now that are on live. It is caring for yourself while caring for elderly parents and not feeling guilty. This is Lynn's topic today. Let me go back here. Good morning, Anne, Janet, and Tammy. Jolene says, not currently going through this, but my husband and I took care of his mother for 1.5 years in our home. She had advanced dementia, and it was extremely challenging. We sought help from outside sources just so we could get some sleep. Yes, we did eventually have to place her in a facility that specialized in Alzheimer's dementia patients. Hard decision to make, but we were physically, mentally, and emotionally drained. Correct. That's what I've heard from so many people. And don't feel guilty about that. If you've truly exhausted every effort, and remember, it all depends on our lives. I am super, super blessed. My sister-in-law has told me time and time again, Monica, I want to let you know that in the event, and I don't even want to think about it, but in the event your mom gets to a point where something happens and she can't take care of herself, I want you to rest, to know that I've got her. And she has said that she cleans homes. She has for many, many years. She's probably the best. I've heard from so many people that says how incredible she is. But she would leave it to care for my mom, to not have to put my mom in a facility. And she used to work with seniors, which is a blessing in itself. But see, I'm blessed. So start thinking, are there other people who can share that responsibility, because it becomes ours? 100%. Yes, it is time for the parent to become the child, and the child becomes the parent. And that's when we go and we take care of them like they took care of us. But is it all on you? That's not fair. Like 24/7, is it all on you? You do need a break. It is okay to take care of yourself. Let's hear from Lynn, because I think here we go. Feeling guilty when I do not give mom the time she demands. Okay, demands is a strong word, right? So let's try to change that. Let's say the time that she so needs, that the nourishment that she needs, the attention, yes, that she needs. Demands is a strong word, right? So we always think of trying to switch those power words to, yet she needs it. She hopefully doesn't demand it. Tell me more about that. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Good morning, Monica. Good subject. Hits home for sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, again, if it hasn't already, it may in the future, or maybe it is right now. She lives in an independent living apartment. Okay, so she is. Good morning, Lisa. 4 other siblings do not help. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. I have heard that from so many people, and why is that? I mean, I have people that have told me that they're in this exact circumstance, and they're like one of 5. And there's one other one in the family that helps out, but then the other 3 I always say that we teach others how do I want to say that? We teach others how to interact with us, my brain is fried for a second here. Yeah, anyway, you know what I mean. So as we go along in life, how are people going to interact with us? How are they treating us? That's what I wanted to say, treat. We teach others how to treat us. I had a little brain fart there for a second. So if there is a sibling of ours, and look, it is all of our responsibility. We are all coming from those parents. You hopefully will talk with them and sit them down and say, look, she was there for us, or he was there for us, or they were there for us. It's time. And I can't take it all on myself. But I've seen one child step up, and the other ones go along in their lives, and they might visit here or there, but they see you doing it. So guess what? They say, you got it. Janet, Lynn, whoever said that they're going through this, Lynn obviously is, because this is her topic. If the other siblings are looking at you doing it, and you're a superhero, you're Wonder Woman, you're Superman, whoever, man, woman out there that's doing this, they watch you do that, and they say, yeah, I don't have to take the responsibility. Well, first of all, shame on them, because this should be a shared responsibility. And it is a discussion, a very important discussion that I would have with your siblings to say, all right, I've got Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you've got that many days, fantastic. And then I'll pop in when I can on maybe Tuesday, Thursday, depending on the advanced stage of someone. I would want to be there every day. But we do have our lives. We do have jobs. We do have our own responsibilities. We do have our own families. Hopefully the family unit comes together. Husband, wife, partner, kids, whoever, taking care of parents, grandparents, taking care of whoever is the one that needs your attention and your care. Hopefully not demanding it, but especially if they're in a facility, then yes, that's a hard decision to make, but you would vet the facility, make sure that they're going to take care of mom and dad. And then you're there to complement that, to assist in that assisted living, and then you're assisting that. I'm taking care of my mother-in-law. I do, Tammy, and I have taught Tammy. Tammy's in my Thursday night class and in my personal training. And when I first met Tammy, she got really emotional. Hang on, I'm losing my voice for a second. And that was weighing on the mental side and the heart, the emotion side, right? And I said, look, who else can share the responsibility? Exactly what I'm telling you right now. I told her it's paramount that happens, because then you're never taking care of you. And how is that fair? So if you've let yourself slip, you're not working out. And so when you're not taking care of yourself, you have a tendency to make poor choices in nourishment, correct? You're not eating. You're probably not eating throughout the day. And then all of a sudden you run by a fast food place, or you come home and you're just mindlessly eating snacks, sugary filled snacks, sodium filled snacks, not eating properly. And then all of a sudden you go, where did this 50 pounds come from? Where did this 100 pounds come from? Where did even this 20 pounds? Just any added weight on your joints, on your body, it's weighing on you. It shows on you. How is that fair to you? Now, would mom and dad want that? No, they raised you all the way up until you left the nest, went out on your own. They took care of you. They made sure that you were the best version before you left the nest. Why would they want you not to be the best version now? Okay, see, I always say that there's a point where I just get a chill, and I think that's the most powerful thing. That so far. There's other things that I want you to attach yourself to, and I want you to write down those notes, whatever aha moment you're getting, but that's my powerful moment that I just said. Why would they want you not to be the best version of you today when they had you as the best version of yourself as you were growing up with them? They pour their heart and soul into us. They give you every tool that you can possibly need at that point, and then they know you're going to learn more as you get out into the world, book smart, street smart. Why are we not taking care of ourselves during that time? You still can. You still have to put the appointment in your phone for you, your workout, your meditation time, your journaling time. Before you go visit mom, make sure that you are, good. I would think that you're going to be in a better place to be with mom when this is good and this is good, right? So did you journal before you went? Are you getting your emotions out? If you're married, if you have a partner, you have whoever, the kids are in the home, do you talk with them before you go to visit mom and dad? Are you actually present with the best version of your heart and your mind? There's some other powerful things. Let me know that. Okay, mom is great at playing the victim and does not understand is very busy. I am with work and family. Okay, well, so Lynn, when they get older, first of all, are they in the right mind frame? No, they're trying to figure out, why are we at home? Sometimes they're not understanding properly. Hopefully you've got nurses and wherever the home is, but the only way that we can allow someone, I don't care who it is, parent, spouse, siblings, kids, coworkers, right? Coworkers, as well as friends. How do they get to us? How do we let them seep in and, as you said earlier, Lynn, demand or try to make you feel guilty? They can't make you feel guilty. Go ahead. Finish my sentence, because you know what I'm going to say, unless you allow them. So mom knows you care in some state, hopefully. I don't know what she's going through, but it's in some state, somewhere within them. They know. Why else would you be showing up? It's not out of, hopefully, guilt. It's out of respect and admiration for what they've done for us growing up. You want to be there. Sure, as they get into their advanced stages and this is not working the way they would hope. Look, when they're in a home, if that's where they had to go, or they're in your home and you're taking care of them, depending on what, again, the illness is that they're suffering from, is this actually working the way they would want to? They're frustrated. Lynn, I'm sure, feels, I don't want to be here. I want to be that person that, my mom's talked about it. My mom's in a healthy state, but even at 85, being really, really vibrant and healthy, she still gets frustrated with herself because she went for a walk with me the other day, and I took a video of her coming back up this hill, and she was getting, so winded, and she's like, I hate this. They hate getting older. They hate seeing their mortality. They hate that they're not able to run around and do things with you again. There's so many things going through their own mind. Does that make sense? That they don't want to be older. They don't want to see the end of life coming. And in whatever realm they are in at that very moment, and the days and the months that they're in the facility or in your home, and they see you taking care of them. I know I've heard people say, oh, but they make me feel guilty. And my answer always is, no, they don't. You allow that to happen. If you just have the conversation, Mom, I'm here and I will be there. Or maybe you need to remind them often, I'm here, maybe you're there, maybe you were there yesterday. And then today you pop in. Remember, I don't know how much they're actually grabbing and retaining. But try to say, so today's Monday, Mom, right? I'm not going to be there today, Tuesday, but I'll be back Wednesday at this time. You know, get that in their mind. Keep saying it over and over and over again. It's that repetition that sticks to us. Even if there's one part of that conversation that she can remember of, I think she said Wednesday, or have the nurses put it down on the boards that they have in there. Lynn, daughter, will be here Wednesday at this time. They need that kind of structure in their life also. I see a lot of these things popping up of people agreeing. Well, John Pertzborn, how are you? My old buddy from Fox. I don't know if he's still on, but John's watching. I've been running in. By the way, John, if you're still watching, I ran into Ian the other day. I've just got so many dear friends that I miss at Channel 2. Made some incredible friendships there for sure. And then a lot of behind-the-scenes people at Channel 5 that I've run into that have been checking in on me and loving the podcast. They said that they're watching. I love it. John, say hi to the team over there, if you will, for me. Ingrid, have to let my dogs out. Have a great day. I'll listen to you again. Absolutely. Hi, Cindy. My dad passed 5 years ago, and she is still grieving and sees no joy. She wants to be the center of all I do. Well, Lynn, think about that. See, so now I am adding more context to this. So Lynn, she's without the love of her life. That in itself breaks your heart. And many times when people lose a spouse, you see that the next spouse goes shortly thereafter. Why? They can say whatever they want in medical terms, but I'm going to tell you right now, they die of a broken heart. How many times have we seen that happen? Jim lost his mom in February of 2013 and lost his father within a year and a couple of months after that. And Jim said, as soon as she died, he was gone. And then he did have Alzheimer's dementia issues as well, but he was lost. They're lost without their spouse. She does want you to be a big part of her life because she doesn't have her partner anymore. Just be there for her, but try not to feel guilty. Try not to, even if she says stuff that feels like a blame game, she doesn't really mean it. There's no way they really mean it. There are parents, we're their children. Connect, put that family unit back together. If yours right now, if you're struggling with siblings, you're struggling with parents, look, life is so short, and I told you all that we got some news for an extended family member that's not good. And I asked you all to pray, and I'll continue to ask you to do that. And again, it doesn't matter the person's name. It doesn't matter what the diagnosis is. What matters is we need a prayer chain. And for all of you that are suffering from whatever it is, lift you all up in prayer, but understand how precious life is and how short it is. And why would we want to spend time, again, not in the best versions of ourselves, stressed out, feeling negative, feeling toxic, feeling like others are playing blame games, and then we take that inside. So when you're going and you're showing up for her, come in with different energy. Be present with this incredible energy. See if you can change things that way, or I like the word shift. Shift things with her when you're visiting her. If she sees a version of you that feels happy, are you coming in and do you feel like, mom's going to blame me? Or do you come in, big smile on your face because you set that intention in the morning and you think, I'm going to take this in a different direction. Guide that, lead that, try that. Just trying to be there for you, Lana. I hope that helps in some way. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Jamie. Tammy, I have the same thing. She lives in Iowa. Lynn, good morning. Donna, good morning. Katie, there is always a leader among the siblings. So they assume the person will be the leader in this. Need to retrain them. Right. I've taught Katie that as well. It is the number one thing that I've seen when this type of a circumstance is running rampant throughout a family. And I don't care if it doesn't matter whether it is the oldest child, the middle child, or the baby. Someone in that takes the role of leader. You have to assist them. This should definitely be, I don't care if you have one sibling, you have multiple siblings. If you are an only child, then maybe your spouse can help out, your partner, your kids, a cousin, somebody else that loves that person. Have them take some of that responsibility. I don't want to even look at it as a responsibility, but have them take some of that care off your plate, even if it's for a couple of hours. You need that mental health time. I'm serious. You need the time for you, or it's just going to get to you. You're going to stress out. You're not going to sleep. You're going to be exhausted. As I said, you're not going to be taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, all of the balance of life we've been talking about since we launched this podcast almost a month ago. These are the topics that you've asked me to discuss. This is your podcast. This is how we take care of your mind, your heart, your body. I'm going to give you the tools, but it's up to you to carry them out, to be the best version of you. Good morning, Carrie, Melissa, Lynn. Other siblings cannot get beyond the past family drama and issues, and they stay away. Well, you know what? That's their own demons. So you do you. Let them do them. But if something happens to mom and she's no longer here, what you don't want is that all of a sudden they go, oh my gosh, I have regrets. Well, that's their own. Don't let that weigh on you. You're doing what you need to do. You're taking care of her. You can only do you. I always say, stay in your lane. I met a woman that said, swim your swim. All of those things. Don't worry about the rest of the siblings. Have your conversation. Release the drama. Communicate. Get to the root of what the drama was and get it out of your life. Get it out of their lives if they possibly can. It serves no purpose. And when our parents are getting sick and it's possible we could lose them, that family drama, and I have been helping somebody that's very near and dear to me for a long time about this, you've got to let that go. It's wasted time, wasted space in your head. The drama, leave it in the past. If you haven't resolved it though, communicate, sit down, try to resolve it. Because life's too short. I see people, good people, struggling with illnesses. And, a lot of people say, yeah, and it starts to make you question your faith. No, I go deeper into my faith. But I do have a communication with God and my dad and anybody else that's passed that's up there rooting for us. Because they're up there in this phenomenal place and they're watching us deal with these things and saying, it's a pebble. You're turning it into a boulder. It's a pebble. Let it go. Don't let it have space in your brain and in your heart. Siblings make excuses that they live 90 minutes away. I don't care. Mom probably drove 90 minutes to take you to a sporting event. I mean, there's so many excuses that people make and they just have to go back and remember. Like literally, I just want to say, grow up. Grow up. Show up. Be present. Tina, this is Tony. Sorry, Tony says this is awesome. Terry, good morning. Dana, this was me. I can so relate. I went through this for 5 years as a single parent. Just lost my dad to Alzheimer's in January. I'm so sorry, Dana. The feelings are all over the place. I would do it again, but it is mentally and emotionally exhausting. Some help would have been nice. Absolutely. And I'm sorry that you went through it, but if you still have another parent, or again, because what will happen is then our siblings get sick. And then guess what? Who's going to take care of them? What if they're not with somebody? Maybe they're not married or they don't have a partner. They don't have someone. Then what happens? Then the siblings become a parent to them. That's what you would hope. And God forbid anything happened to my brother, my other brother, my sister, to that state, then we would all step in and share. And I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, you've got this, great. That's the best family unit, right? And everyone's like, well, I've got drama. Well, then resolve it. We've all had drama. Look, we've all been there. But is it lasting? Well, that's something that has to get fixed then. And if not, that's when I hear people say, I have regrets. I never resolved this. Well, there you go. There's your answer. Danny, good morning. Chrissy, unfortunately, it happens a lot. Everyone needs to be responsible for their own actions. Always have to take care of yourself. Yes. Marilyn, good morning. Unfortunately, siblings don't always help. My husband and I did not have help from my husband's brothers, and one of them lives less than a half mile away. The other one helped for a few months, then stopped completely. It's hard for family members to see their parent decline, but regardless, they still need nurturing, love, and care in the time of need. That's right. So that's where the discussion has to come of, look, I know it's hard for you to see mom or dad withering away, but you can't just disappear. They wouldn't have disappeared for you. I mean, think about it. So here's my analogy. This would be when they need you. We needed them when we were a baby, right? Well, think of them just, I don't want to deal with this right now. I can't deal with this kid. This kid can't walk. This kid can't feed itself. It's stressing me out. I'm just going to leave. and I'm not going to show up. Somebody will take care of the kid. No, right? You would have child services called. Well, let's just say that something like that could also be called when you all of a sudden, as a sibling, say, I just can't deal with this, so I'm just not going to show up. Well, that is that whole syndrome of not really being present. You're lacking the mental, spiritual connection of knowing it is happening. I've got to be present, and my time is limited. What am I going to do with that? You're just going to let 6 months go by, you didn't show up, and then suddenly you get the phone call, well, you haven't been here, and mom's gone, or dad's gone. I wouldn't want that. I mean, I seriously, as people get older, and as I hear that someone is stricken with some illness, and their time is now shortened, and precious moments are left, I just want to, like a sponge, just absorb every second that I possibly can. Why wouldn't we? Those are people you love. And if you have a problem in your dynamics of your family, resolve it. Right now, I'm here to tell you, resolve it. I don't care what it takes. I'm sure there's probably some drama that has gone on. We'll sit down and figure out a way to resolve it and start communicating. It's probably not going to happen overnight, but at least get to a point of, hey, let's address this. Because, life's short. It's precious. And suddenly, my friend lost her mom the other day, 99 years old. And I just sat there and thought, oh my gosh, what an incredible life. But is it ever enough? No. She would want 100, 101, 102. Yes, 99 years is incredible, but it still doesn't bring mom back, right? I am blessed to have my mother, but miss my father. I mean, I've been without my dad since I was in my early 20s. And it just, I will pray sometimes and I'll talk with him and I'm just like, gosh, I wish you were here for this or for that, for these moments. He's guiding. He's the one that made me do this. Not made me. He's the one that guided me to this. He's the one that said, I need you to be ready like you've never been ready in your life. You have been preparing for this moment, for what's coming, for 30 years. Absolutely. And it's exciting. Sponsors are coming on board. People are wanting to be a part of this movement, and that's exactly what it is. And by the way, let me say that. So we've got a couple of proposals that are coming in with 2 businesses that are wanting to become sponsors as well. We have a title sponsor, by the way, and I'll be announcing who that is very soon. I just absolutely fell in love with this particular woman that has this wonderful health and wellness business. And she has the naming rights to the studio. And again, we're going to be moving into the studios in probably in about a month. But the exciting thing is I have so many people that have said, Monica, what you're doing is what the world needs. And I want to be a part of it. So if you have a business or you know someone that aligns with this type of a message, this type of caring for our world, have them reach out to me. There are multiple levels to be a part of this. And they're going to actually be a part of it. That's the thing that's different. So when people advertise in television and radio, it's like the spot runs, and unless you're in the need for a car or a piece of furniture or whatever's at that very moment, you dismiss the advertisement, you don't listen to it. I want not just an advertising spot to air, but I want those people to join me on the show. And I want you, if it's a person, let's say it is a car. If they're selling a car, that's only one part of their business. Who are they as a human being? What is your mission statement? That's what I want to get down to. I want you to support small businesses, not because of what they carry, but because of who they are as a human being, right? Don't we want to go back to places that we just feel good, that those are good human beings? Those are the people that I want as sponsors of this show. And why do we have sponsors? Well, so that we can actually do this and provide this. This is one form. We started the Real Monica Adams podcast at my house. But in order for me to have guests on and to really change the world the way I want to, we've got to go to studios. Obviously, that costs money. People doing editing work and all that. I mean, that's the beauty of a TV station, that you don't have to worry about all that. But when you go out on your own, you become an entrepreneur, as I have, then that all costs money. And so that's where sponsors come forward. They get their message out. And it helps to support that. So reach out to me if you have a business, and I don't care what the business is. So we could have from national sponsors to sponsors that are just like, you know what, I'd love to just have a message on maybe for a month. Great. Let me know. Email me info@therealmonicaadams.com. One more time. It's info@therealmonicaadams.com. Use that email address, by the way, to give me aha moments that I can share on the show. You can give me topics and let me know what you'd like me to cover. I'm going to wrap up here in about 5 minutes because I've got some clients to get to, and we'll talk about some of the other topics that we have. But let's see who else has said stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, I read that. Okay, Deborah, good morning. Connie, good morning. Ronald, Kimberly. Good morning, Ronald Green. Good morning, Kimberly Day. Janet, I took care of my mom, and what you're talking about is absolutely true. Well, I'm glad this is hitting home. Good morning, Terry. Jolene, I feel for you. I've been there. I'll say a prayer for you if that is okay with you. I hope things get better. I don't know who the prayer's for, but we all need the prayers, right? Lift each other up. I love this community that we're forming. Oh, here's a long one. Cheryl, I've been helping my mom for 9 years. She is 91, still lives in her home. She requires assistance 3 to 4 days a week, most of the time, but at times has required 24/7. Sure. I had 2 other sisters that helped, but one sister has stopped. I also watch my grandson 2 days a week. I learned over the years to put myself first. Amen. There it is. Without the guilt. I ensure I do my 150 cardio each week, and that I have me time. I tell my family I will help, but I need to take care of me so I can be there to help them. That's it. Cheryl, you got the message. You understanding. That is the formula. It is that simple. You can ask for assistance. It's the same thing about when I was talking about people pleasing, right? So then we don't learn how to delegate. So we've got to delegate. Siblings, cousins, friends, they will help out. Let's say mom has a best friend or an aunt that's still around, whoever it is. Say, I need some time to go work out, just for an hour or an hour and a half. I'll be back. Take a couple of hours for yourself. Watch what happens. Watch how much better you feel about yourself when you take care of you and then you're there. So, Lynn, mom knows you're coming, but why don't you come with a better version of you, a happier version of you, a version of you that's taking care of your health. Then be there for mom. And then stay in that state of not going to let mom make me feel guilty because I feel good about myself. I'm here for her. She's just suffering in her mind and in her soul of not wanting to be, she doesn't want to be a burden to you. They don't want to be a burden to us. They just lash out because they're so frustrated. The siblings that are not showing up anymore, they're frustrated if they really sat down and talked about it. They don't want to see the parent suffering. We don't even want to wrap our brains around thinking that mom and dad won't be there anymore. Dolly, good morning. Kimberly, I'm a CNA and I love, that didn't get finished, the SI. Don't know what that meant. Linda, my siblings and I went through this years ago. Thank goodness there are 8 of us. Oh, wow. 8 is enough. Remember that show? And we all took turns until we could no longer and then chose a facility close to her home. Then one of us visited her daily until her last day. This was hard for me living so far away from her. I thank God every day for my brothers and sisters. Linda, cheers to you. This is tea, by the way. Cheers to figuring it out and to having the siblings show up. Okay. Jolene, good morning. Oh, good morning, John. Danny, there is such a thing as broken heart disease. Yep, you remember what happened to Jana after her son died. Yes, it 100% is true. Good morning to Tracy. Let me get this tea bag out of here. Here we go. Sorry, everybody. Let's see. Tracy. Now my hands are all full of tea. Good morning to Tracy. And Linda. Hang in there, Lynn. Just continue to let her know you love her. She will keep that with her forever. Yep, that's what I meant. It does help. Thank you. Okay, good. Lynn, I'm hoping this really has helped you today. Sorry, I just messed my mic up. Okay, Barbara Jean, good morning. Whoops. Barbara Jean, good morning. Danny, I took care of both of my parents all alone until they passed away. It's definitely not easy. It's exhausting. Yes. Misty, good morning. So true. I did that with my mom when my father passed. They were together 25 years. Very tough. Grief comes in waves. It absolutely does. Cheryl, good morning. Life is too short. Amen, sister. That's what Danny said. Scott, good morning. Tony, good morning. Terry, I told my kids how I care for my parents is an example of how you'll care for me someday. Yes, see, we talked about the sponges, right? They're watching. We teach others how to treat us. That's where my brain fart was earlier. I couldn't finish that sentence. Good morning, Debbie, Dennis. Golden rule, respect yourself and others. Terry, absolutely. Good morning, Len. I can only imagine how proud of you your dad is. Aw, Danny, don't make me cry. Thank you. Brenda, good morning. Wheels to Fields, Eureka, Missouri. Okay, ask for help. You might be surprised on who steps up to help. Communication is key. Exactly. This was just what I needed today. Wish I had this before losing my parents. Great topic. Thank you. Dana, I'm sorry you've lost them, but you're welcome. And this is what this is here. We're here for you. Alicia, good morning. Okay, looks like I've gone through everybody. So I hope that helped today. It's been a wonderful topic, and it's not something any of us want to ever think about. We want to think of our parents always being healthy, about running around with us, being able to do everything they can. And when that realization is that they can't, like I said, first and foremost, they're frustrated because they can't be the way they were, the way they want to be, healthy for you, right? That's what's in their head and their heart already. They hate that, and that's what they're suffering with. All right, so I don't know if you all hear. Tessa's going nuts downstairs. Opus is crying for some reason. I don't know if there's deer out there or what's going on, but let me give you the rundown of what is coming up. Hey, Tess, stop. So tomorrow, Debbie wanted me to address eating disorders. So if you know someone that suffers with an eating disorder, if you know someone that did, you know someone that's struggling with it right now, or it's you, please tune in to that tomorrow. That'll be in the 7 o'clock hour. I will be going live from Kirkwood in between my two workouts. So my workout will wrap up at about 6:45-ish, and then I'll hop on for you right about 7, and we'll discuss eating disorders. Let me see. Hold on. Alicia. Danny, Monica, you will definitely make a difference. Each one touches one. Pup sounds so sweet, Tammy says. Thanks again, Monica, for your beautiful messages. Appreciate you and your voice. Thank you. Thank you. Because again, if you didn't come together as a community, we wouldn't have this show. And this show is just going to continue to build and build and build. So tomorrow's topic, eating disorders. Let me give you the rundown then. On April 6th, Thursday, daily intention and journal ideas for emotional health. Oh, I love that one because I really have been helping people with the importance of journaling. April 7th, is the loss of a spouse, the loss of a child, or loss of a parent. Okay, so that one we might switch around because the person who wanted me to talk about that, one was Misty and one is Karen. Karen lost her husband, the love of her life, within the last year. She also said it's the anniversary, I believe, of her mom passing, I think is what she told me. So that one was going to show up on, let's see. Well, actually, that would be on Friday. So let me check. Right now, it's scheduled for Friday. Friday's the 7th, right? But we may turn that one around and save it for another day because I told her, I said, well, keep in mind that you always can watch these later. But I think the point was that she wanted to interact. Yeah, it's set for Friday, but I might switch that around. So we'll find out through Karen. Hold on. Let's see. Aunt Tootie, good morning. Jen, the girls are calling Mom for some beautiful outside time. I wish I have to go off and train clients, but they will get their walk from Mom when I come back. Christy said, thank you. Needed this today. Good morning, Gary and Ron. Good morning. So we are actually wrapping up. It's been a great hour. Go back and watch this one if you didn't get a chance to come on live. April 10th, setting boundaries for self-care. Well, that's kind of on the lines of what we talked about today, right? So we'll talk a little bit more about self-care, and I'll talk more about maybe I'll do it in the gym and talk about how important the fitness side of it is. Motivation is on the 11th. The 12th is perfectionism and how not to always want to be or do perfect. That's Janet's. And then Michael wanted me to talk about thinking about mortality. Yep, thinking about mortality as you get older. And then on the 14th, how to be honest with people and not feel bad about it. That's Kelly's. Do you have a topic that you would like for me to discuss for you? We are already through halfway in the month of April, and we're going to be going to the studios in May. So let's just keep loading up those topics. These are your topics. It's the podcast done your way. And I thank you, again, from the bottom of my heart, for following all these years. And now let's just continue to spread this and share. That's the biggest thing that you can do. Take these podcasts and share them with family and friends all over the world, because this isn't just for us here. This is something that impacts everyone. I'm giving you the tools. We're giving tools together as a community, mental, physical, and spiritual health. And it's important for us to have the balance of life. So cheers to you, whether you're a coffee or a tea drinker. We were doing earlier the which side of the aisle do you fall on? And I don't mean the political aisle. I mean the coffee tea aisle. You can always weigh in and let me know that. Yes, today, by the way, somebody reminded me, today is voting day. So go ahead and exercise that right and get out and vote. So thank you again. If you're just tuning in, we're wrapping up. So go back and watch this. It's a wonderful topic. Thanks and have a beautiful day. Yes, thank you as well. The dogs are crying, so let me make sure that they have to go out. Go out, enjoy it, get some vitamin D and get out in the sunshine as well. Terry said, make today count. Thanks. You are very welcome. Sharon, have a great day as well. Have a beautiful one. Thanks so much, everyone. Appreciate you all. Yes, it's the whole community. The tools from all of us together to make you the best version of you. Have a beautiful day. Love you all and see you tomorrow morning.